Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the match between FC Barcelona and Getafe, and in this game Barcelona has won at the Camp Nou 2-1. It was not the most convincing game. It was not the most promising performance coming from FC Barcelona. Yes, there is so much to talk about within today's video because we are in a position where we are about 1 to 2 games away from playing a game against Bayern Munich, and that is very important. The reason why it is so important is because we want to start off well. We want to have a good first 2 to 3 months of the season. We understand that last season the only reason why we had to pay the price on not achieving what we did want to achieve, it is because we did very poor in the very beginning of the season. And now that we are in this position again, Barcelona cannot repeat the exact same thing. But before we go into those topics, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is considered as the best football app you could find in the App Store when it comes to the latest player news, the latest team stats. If you want to follow a specific team or player and overall follow the transfer news of any club you do desire, the OneFootball app is going to be there to inform you immediately and live. The only thing that you do have to do is go into my link. It'll take you straight to the App Store. You would be able to download the OneFootball app, and then from there you could turn on the push notifications on any club you do want to follow, and then you'll be all set and done from there. But let's stay focused on this game between Barcelona and Getafe, because in this game Barcelona did not show the most promising display. Barcelona right now, they need to pick it up. They need to get better. They have to improve. Every player here has to step up. It can no longer just be Frankie de Jong and Memphis Depay moving this team forward. And Barcelona as a collective has to play like a team. But let's first start with the starting 11 from FC Barcelona. We can see here that this starting 11 that Koeman has placed, it was not an 11 that many did agree with. Yes, we did have Lenglet starting alongside Ronald Araujo, but we had no other choice. Mingueza just came back from injury. Gerard Piqué did also receive another injury, and Eric Garcia did have a red card, so we had no other choice. And then when it came to Sergi Roberto, he was also starting in the midfield, but that is where things did not resonate very well with many Barcelona fans, because we wanted to see players like Gavi and Riqui Puig start in the midfield. Like, look, Pedri is finally getting some rest. He's having this 2-week break, and the first thing that Koeman wants to do is to actually start Sergi Roberto in Pedri's position instead of placing players like either Gavi or Riqui Puig. Those are the type of things that really do worry me about Koeman's FC Barcelona. It's like, do you actually trust the youngsters? Like, instead of putting Antoine Griezmann on the right wing, why don't you put Demir? Instead of placing Sergio Busquets in the midfield, why don't you place Nico Gonzalez? You have so much material to work with. But this is the starting 11. Is a starting 11 that many of us did say, yeah, that is something that Koeman would do within the starting 11. But that is basically how we did start. Now let's go into the first half, right? And in the first half, the atmosphere was actually really amazing. Like, the fans were back. We were at around 30% capacity. It felt really good to finally see some energy, right? To see that support that was so needed in the Camp Nou. You can really see that there was a lot of enthusiasm for Barcelona to actually get this win. So it was a great thing to see. And what does that mean? I basically mean that Barcelona did not have control of this game. Many might ask, why is that the case? Well, it is because Barcelona and the players as a whole did not show that they wanted the ball. Getafe actually brought a great game towards FC Barcelona. They played great. Now look, in the second minute of this game, Sergi Roberto did score a very early goal. It came from a Jordi Alba cross. Sergi Roberto was able to find that ball inside the box, but overall, you look at Sergi Roberto's game, he was doing very poorly. And yes, I understand that Sergi Roberto has been involved in every game within La Liga, scoring a goal, providing an assist, scoring another goal, but every time he does bring a certain number on paper, for the rest of those 90 minutes, he is non-existent. And we need these players to be consistent throughout the whole course of 90 minutes. And the reason why that is so important is because if you do not end up being consistent throughout the game, and you do not do what you're supposed to do, and you put your hands down, the opposition is going to catch you. The opposition is going to punish you, which is why on the 18th minute we saw Getafe score a goal, and it was a wonderful team goal coming from Getafe. I do believe that the reason why Getafe scored a goal like this, it is because Barcelona's defense, they had horrible positioning, their awareness was off, and this is a goal that you would expect Barcelona to do to the opposition, but we got the reverse. Getafe scored a wonderful tiki-taka type of goal against FC Barcelona. And then moving on towards the 30th minute, Memphis Depay replied back with a goal. And let me tell you guys, this goal that Memphis Depay scored, it was pure instinct. It was a pure killer. Memphis Depay made this goal. This was not a Barcelona goal. This was a Memphis goal. We do continue to see that Memphis Depay is a player that continues to make his own goals inside the box. And many of us are so thankful to see that Memphis has actually signed with FC Barcelona, because if Memphis was not here, Barcelona would really be struggling. Memphis Memphis is that light. Memphis does give Barcelona that hope that we could get a great result from a game. And I have said this before and I'm going to be saying it again. Barcelona has not had a killer player, a player with instinct since 2016 when Luis Suarez was there. And it feels so good to see that Barcelona finally have a player who does have that killer instinct for goal. And you can just get that feeling, right? You look at the momentum that Memphis is building. Could we actually see a 30+ goal season, assuming that there is no injuries that encounter Memphis Depay? I do have a very strong feeling that Memphis Depay could actually reach that goal, and that is going to be a wonderful thing to see. Now, going into the halftime, right, in that 15-minute break, many were not having a very good feeling on the performance overall coming from FC Barcelona. Why is that the reason? It is because if we were to talk about the individual performances, who performed the best, it was coming from Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay. Besides that, the defense looked lost many times. Every time Getafe tried to attack, Griezmann looked very non-existent, which is one of the most important points of today's video. The fact that Griezmann did not show up again against Getafe at the Camp Nou, that is embarrassing. And I'm not putting the blame on Antoine Griezmann, I'm putting the blame on Ronald Koeman. Because the fact that this is considered as your second season, and the fact that you still cannot get the best from Griezmann, even though Messi is not even there, which was supposedly the reason why Griezmann could not be the Griezmann that we once knew back in 2018, it is very worrying. But his intentions in this game was very clear. Griezmann's role in this game was to create for Memphis Depay, was to look for Memphis Depay, because Depay was always waiting on Griezmann to make that pass. But there were just so many times where Griezmann received the ball, he looked lost, he tried to do what he was ordered, but only to lose the ball or not connect with another player. The fact that we saw Griezmann not make those runs or not checking in for his players, overall it really did seem like Griezmann was just lost. And the same thing goes for Martin Braithwaite. Griezmann and Martin Braithwaite were non-existent. And at one point in the second half, Barcelona only had two attacking options. It was either Memphis Depay creates on his own inside the box, or Frenkie de Jong receives the ball and progresses the ball forward. Besides that, Barcelona had no other option. So in the second half, there was really nothing to speak on. In the 74th minute, we did see players like Nico Gonzalez coming in for Martin Braithwaite, Gavi coming in for Sergi Roberto, surprisingly, but the only reason why Gavi came in this match for Sergi Roberto, it is because Sergi Roberto encountered a injury. That is the only reason. But because of them, because of Gavi, because of Nico, Barcelona actually improved as a collective. These were the players that drove Barcelona forward. Players like Gavi, Frenkie de Jong, Memphis Depay, Nico Gonzalez, they have all put out a great performance, a performance that we want to see for the rest of this season. You see how great Barcelona gets when you actually place the players that you need to be placing, players who understand Barcelona's game. The rhythm of Barcelona actually changed. The ball moved quicker, the pressing was really good. This is something that I hope Koeman takes note of, to see that Barcelona's performance actually improves when you put on the players that is necessary. But that is it, right? Barcelona did win 2-1. There is nothing else that we could really speak on in the second half. Again, Barcelona won the 3 points. I do not feel too confident with this Koeman Barcelona. Do I believe that this is a performance that Barcelona should take against Bayern Munich and come out with a good result? No, it is not good enough. Barcelona has to perform much better. There's still some problems that this team does show, and we have to tackle those problems. We have to improve, because we have one game left, which will be against Sevilla, in order for us to go into that game against Bayern Munich with great momentum, with improvements. So there is a multitude of questions. The fact that we have to continue to rely on Memphis Depay, exactly what we did for the past 7 to 10 years with Lionel Messi, in order for us to get a result, that is embarrassing. And we also do have other players like Antoine Griezmann, who is not even showing up. Like, if that's going to be our game for the rest of this season, which is to rely on other players to create something for themselves to bring Barcelona forward, at least bring in Antoine Griezmann into this game. Because if Memphis Depay ends up being shut down in a certain game, because it will happen, that is just how football works, then who is going to be there to bring Barcelona forward? Is it going to be Griezmann? Is it going to be Martin Braithwaite? Is it going to be Aguero? Is it going to be Ansu Fati? Because right now, it really just seems like the only answer is Memphis Depay. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.